We bring you the latest edition of MBC News with me, Romeo Umali. Our top stories. President Mutharika commends Old Mutual Malawi for its commitment to investing in key sectors including mining, road infrastructure and tourism. Admarc to roll out mass purchasing of farm produce from farmers across the country between April and May this year. Ministry of Youth and Sports and Culture warns individuals and contractors against constructing substandard sports infrastructure. In our first story, President Professor Arthur Peter Mutharika has applauded Old Mutual Malawi for its commitment to investing in key sectors including mining, road infrastructure and tourism. President Mutharika made the remarks when he had an audience with a delegation from Old Mutual. More in this report.
Speaking at Sanjika Palace in Blantyre following a meeting with an Old Mutual delegation led by Group CEO Tavona Biza, President Mutharika said the discussions focused on policy frameworks and the strategic direction of the partnership. The President emphasized the importance of the private sector's role in national development, describing their involvement as commendable.
We have agreed on the framework of where we are going to go and what we are agreed about. I think we're on the same page. Our people will be working the coming, several days and weeks coming. They're working on the details of how to put all this into, implement this. And we agree that time is of the essence, that we need to move to repair this country. It's broken, to repair this country. You have seen the roads. I don't know if you are driven out of Blantyre, but the roads are in bad shape. They're embarrassing. We've got to rebuild all these roads, which have not been repaired since 2022. We need to rebuild these roads and other structures, public structures, and also the economy in general. We need to rebuild the economy.
President Mutharika reaffirmed that his administration is open to public-private partnerships and encouraged other investors to explore opportunities in Malawi, citing the conducive environment he has established to ensure mutual benefits. In response, Old Mutual Group CEO Tavona Biza confirmed that the financial giant is prepared to begin its investments in the tourism, infrastructure and mining sectors.
We had conversations around how we in the private sector, particularly in the insurance and pension space, can help with infrastructure building and in some of the more interesting topics in this country at the moment, which are around the mining sector, the tourism sector, and how we can help in terms of even forex generation with respect to the country. So we had some ideas and some thoughts that we had, and we've also received some guidance in terms of what are the areas in which government is most interested in and is looking at in both the short to the medium and to the long term.
President Mutharika is meeting with investors and diplomatic partners to explore investment opportunities for the benefit of Malawians.
The 2025 Global Hunger Index GHI report shows Malawi's hunger levels have slightly improved from alarming to serious over the past 25 years. The report, launched in Lilongwe, shows that the country's GHI score improved from 43.3 in 2000 to 22.0 in 2025. Details in this report by Austin Fugula.
The report also indicated that 21.4% of the population remains undernourished. Child stunting stands at 33.2%, and 2.8% of children suffer from waist to low weight from height. Principal Secretary for Administration in the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Water Development, Bennett Nkasala, said over-dependence on maize is driving food insecurity. He said the government is therefore championing diversification among farmers as a means of improving food security in the country.
As government, what we are trying to do is to promote, irrigated farming at a large scale. We are also trying to promote adoption of new technologies in terms of seeds. We are looking at quick maturing seeds, seed varieties, and we are also promoting, use of smart agriculture.
The report presented by World Hunger Hive recommends the operationalization of the existing food policies, diversification and building resilient food systems, and investing in technology to break the cycle of hunger caused by climate shocks. One of the partners for World Hunger Hive is Cycle for Integrated Community Development, CICOD, whose executive director is Amos Tizora.
I think, as you have seen from reports at different levels, I think we needed to increase issues around coordination, sharing a lot of information, both globally, locally, and even nationally, from different sectors. And we are also recommending that I think we need to involve private sector more.
Overall, the Global Hunger Index report shows that 56 countries are at risk of failing to eradicate zero hunger by 2030. The situation is worse in some African countries, south of the Sahara and South Asia. Austin Fukura, MPC News, Lilongwe.
Admarc Limited says it will, between April and May, roll out mass purchasing of farm produce from farmers across the country following the Ministry of Agriculture's announcement of farm gate prices last week. Chief Executive Officer for Admarc, Ben Bodolo, disclosed the plans to MPC in an interview and said it will start buying the farm produce in phases. Kisomo Break reports.
Admarc Chief Executive Officer Ben Bodolo says the announced prices are making business sense and the state-owned grain trader is more than geared up to go on the market to compete with other traders.
We are very ready as we were yesterday. We're just waiting for this piece of information from gate prices. The prices are really, we look at that flow of those prices, the flow, very exciting. And as Admarc, we have already sensitized our farmers, our buyers, as Admarc, to ensure that once the money, we give them the money, then they should start buying immediately. So we'll buy as soon as possible. We're just getting one or two things, logistics to sort out. We'll be in the field buying farm produce.
The Admarc CEO further stressed that Admarc will purchase more pigeon peas to complement its dal production for export market in countries such as India and Dubai.
The good news is that we already have our colleagues like HMS who are already processing dal, selling internally and selling outside, exporting. We'll just have to link and talk to them and say, how can we work together in terms of conquering the market outside Malawi. Nandolo, yeah, this is the dal, Nandolo, Chipere. So this product is grown basically in the Palombe area, some parts of Mulanje, Chirazuru, if you look at Baraka, Liwonde, some areas in Central Region as well. It has got potential to change the economic landscape of the country. We have been crying quite a lot for some time. We don't have forex, and we have been relying considerably on the tobacco. Tobacco is almost like a dying crop, as you can see it. So we need to have replacement, which crops can substitute. Dal is one of them.
On Tuesday this week, the Ministry of Agriculture, Irrigation and Water Development released minimum farm gate prices for strategic crops for the 2025-2026 agricultural season, a benchmark for buyers to adhere to when purchasing produce from local farmers. The statement further stated that the prices were meant to protect farmers from exploitation while ensuring fair returns on their produce. Chisomo Break, NBC News, Blantyre.
The Parliamentary Committee on Education, Science and Technology has described the expansion of the Shadow Partial Scholarship Program through Maranatha Academy to schools nationwide as a major step in easing the financial burden of parents supporting their children's university education. Chairperson for the committee, Mutani Dambala, made the remarks at Amaryllis Hotel in Blantyre during an engagement meeting organized by Maranatha Academy in partnership with Shadow University, which brought together parents and students. Ruth Ijinangwa reports.
In a move intended to enhance educational standards and provide international opportunities, Maranatha Academy has expanded its scholarship partnership with Shadow University. Tambala noted that such partnerships continue to enhance educational standards by providing exposure, personal growth, and international opportunities, while commending government initiatives such as free secondary school education, which has led to increased enrollment.
In coming in of Shadow University offering scholarships, this is a welcome move that us as the committee want to commend that this is the way to go, as our universities are overwhelmed and will be overwhelmed so soon, because as we also know that our president, Professor Peter Mutarika, introduced a free secondary school. That means a pool of students that want to go to universities, it is going to be also high. So Shadow, they have just come at the right time that these students, if they're not going to go to our public university, private university here in Malawi, they have a chance that they could go into India to Shadow University under scholarship. So this is well recommended.
Speaking after the event, Maranatha Academy Managing Director Ernest Kaonga reaffirmed the institution's commitment to supporting government efforts, describing the expansion of the scholarship program as a key step towards a sustainable educational development.
We are Malawians, and this is our country. So we decided to say, Shadow, can you please think of our brothers and sisters? We know some are in the private schools because they're able, and some are in public secondary schools, and the other privates. So we said, no, this thing, if Shadow can extend to Maranatha, it can as well extend to the whole country. So, lucky enough, they have accepted, and I'm glad about that. And at the same time, a big number of students are there in Shadow now. I'm told over 500 now students from Malawi.
A representative of Shadow University, Rahul Paul, believes the partnership will bring more expertise to the country, thereby maximizing its production in all sectors of development.
This partnership is to make that Malawi have good engineers, doctors, and even the management professionals. They have on-ground knowledge, not just having the book. So when you do something in a laboratory, you can bring it back to Malawi. And the whole initiative is about to become more locally dependent. That's what we did in India under Make in India initiative. I want that Malawi should be having Make in Malawi initiative as well.
Currently, 50 students have so far benefited from the program. Ruth Ichinangwa, NBC News, Blantyre.
This is NBC News, a reminder of our top stories. President Mutharika commends Old Mutual Malawi for its commitment to investing in key sectors, including mining, road infrastructure, and tourism. Admarc to roll out mass purchasing of farm produce from farmers across the country between April and May this year. Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture warns individuals and contractors against constructing substandard sports infrastructure. Moving on, the Malawi Engineering Institution, MEI, has launched a Women in Engineering chapter aimed at empowering female engineers and promoting inclusivity in the sector. Speaking during the launch in Lilongwe, MEI Board Chair Engineer Ronald Gundantengo described the initiative as a timely intervention to increase women's representation in engineering. Charles Wahara reports.
Malawi Engineering Institution Board Chair Ronald Gundantengo said the chapter aligns with the institution's strategic plan and reinforces efforts to promote equal participation in the profession.
We are coming from where we launched a strategic plan as the institution in 2024, and one of the pillars of that strategic plan is to empower women, because we know as we are putting the women to lead some of these activities, they are also taking it even down to the girl child. We know when you look at the girl child, it's one of the people that are marginalized in our country, and then when we put the women talking to their fellow girls of fellow women, we are going to make sure that the issues to do with science, to do with technology, to do with engineering, we are taking it above. And when you talk of engineering, you are talking of development, and when you talk of development, you are talking of economic growth as well.
Meanwhile, Addis Ababa-based Malawian engineer Toera Jerry Nyirenda has welcomed the development. She described the chapter as a vital platform for advancing professional growth among women in engineering.
I think today is quite a historic moment. I mean, to actually see that we now have a chapter for women in engineering, I think for me that is really a historic milestone. I think that much as we have managed to achieve this, the fact that only 5% of the engineers in the country are female means that there's still a lot of work to do. But I'm very optimistic, and I think that this is a good start in terms of changing the outlook.
Jerry Nyirenda noted that while engineering was once perceived as a male-dominated field, women are increasingly proving their capability and excellence in the industry. Currently, female engineers account for 5% of engineers in the country. Charles Wahara, NBC News, Lilongwe.
Government has pledged its full support for safe motherhood initiatives to prevent maternal deaths. Presidential advisor on maternity health, Maria Mainja, made the commitment during a visit to Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital in Blantyre. Details in this report.
The visit by Mainja at the maternity ward was aimed at assessing the delivery of maternal services and identify challenges faced by healthcare, such as inadequate medical personnel. She praised the hospital staff for their efforts in ensuring safe deliveries and assured that her office would look into the setbacks highlighted to improve maternal health outcomes.
I'm appealing to all moms to, as soon as they discover that they're pregnant, they should be visiting clinics, wherever they are in Malawi. And they should also be able to try and eat a little bit of different kinds of food. We are waiting for those babies, because those babies are the nation of tomorrow. So we are waiting for those babies as a nation, and the leadership is also waiting for those babies. So I'm encouraging women to take care of themselves, and also when they see any other problems with their bodies and the babies, you can feel as a mother at times that I have a problem, rush to the hospital. Don't wait for anything. Change in every sector, health sector especially, because this is about a life of people, the lives of Malawians. So he's bringing change, and we are here to support the president. And I'm glad the staff at Queen's are also doing the same. We are supporting our president to bring change, and the change should be great, and people should see the change and touch the change.
On his part, Director General of Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital, Professor Patrick Kamalo, expressed gratitude for the visit by the presidential advisor on maternal health.
Well, so normally when a mother is in labor, we expect them to come out with a baby who is alive, and the mother should also be alive. That's why we had this visit by Safe Mother, because motherhood should be safe. Mothers should not be dying because of giving birth. Babies should not be dying because we delayed in giving them birth. But I think what we are seeing, we do have a number of cases where because we don't have enough staff, the major challenge we have is time in theatre. We have about 900 deliveries in a month. Of those, about 300, they need to go to theatre for an operation. And you see that, so I'd say in a day we have about 30 deliveries. 10 of those need to go to theatre. And usually this is an emergency. So if when a decision is made that somebody needs to go to theatre, they need to go at that time. But because we don't have enough staff, you end up with patients queuing to go to theatre, and we are losing some babies. So some babies are dying because their time to go to theatre has not yet come. If we had enough staff, we would open up more theatres that cesarean sections should be done, but that is not happening as fast as we would want it to happen. So we end up with some babies dying, others with very bad outcomes, maybe having cerebral palsy and things like that. So that is something that we are trying to address now.
Approximately, Queen Elizabeth Central Hospital delivers 900 babies each month.
The Motorbike and Cycle Owners Association, MBOA, has backed the government's plans to start charging Kabaza riders an annual tax, saying it will help boost development in local councils across the country. The organization's Secretary General, William Juare, says Kabaza is just like any other business, so riders should also chip in by paying tax to support national development.
Me, as the Secretary General, is no news at all, because what we have been trying as an association to collaborate with the government authorities, right from Ministry of Local Government, to say, running a motorbike or escort, it's equally a business. In so doing, as the responsible citizens, riders or motorbike owners, cyclists or Kabaza guys are equally obliged to contribute something into the public coffers. That should help them as well as the community in which they are operating.
Cholo District Commissioner Noel Dagamau says the move will also help Kabaza riders get quick support when they face problems like accidents or stolen bikes, while making sure they follow government's rules, including registering their bikes before operating.
It's true, Cholo District Council is a unique council in such a way that most of the land has been occupied by the GA state. These are making it very difficult for the council to collect enough revenue in its market. So today, we sent and approved the bylaws for recommendation to the Minister of Local Government. And among the bylaws, we have a number of issues included there, one of which is the estate. The state are operating in the district. We are therefore making bylaws in such a way that they should be able to pay the land use fees.
Councillor-elect for Monegela Ward in Goliati, George Moresi, says he will help identify and register Kabaza riders in his area so they can easily understand the rules and how they should operate.
Yeah, so far I'm just happy that today what I've been expecting has been done. I've taken the oath of office. It's a testimony to me that I have so look forward to help my ward in terms of development. My priority, first of all, goes to the poor person in the village. Also look into water problems, road networking, and some developments that were already set by my predecessor.
The Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture has warned individuals and contractors against constructing substandard sports infrastructure. Principal Secretary in the Ministry, Jameson Dalama, issued the warning at the end of a National Sports Policy Review meeting held in Blantyre. He also admitted that the National Sports Policy, established in 2007, has not been effectively implemented.
The challenge on implementation, the core was maybe you can say stakeholder collaboration, because some stakeholders could do things on their own. For example, construction of stadiums without engagement of the Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture, which has standards on infrastructure design, construction and management. You have seen in the media that some of the facilities are damaged. Within 2-3 months, they have problems. The problem was design and also even supervision. Because construction is supposed to be done by somebody, supervision done by somebody who is the director of buildings. Yeah, so it's true. So many issues on infrastructure management. One of the issues is the stakeholder reluctance to pay. Most of you here, do you pay at the gate? I don't think so. Even our authorities, some of them, because we say let's not ignore or put pressure on our authorities, we allow them to enter, but most of them are highly ended. Actually, we get more payment from low-income people. They are the ones who cooperate. Apart from that, we get crashers, but mostly the majority of people who pay are those who do not earn much. That's why we're also targeting those people. In general,
some participants, including Memory Balua and Bison Jingwalu, described the meeting as an eye-opener, saying stakeholders have a role to ensure the policy is properly implemented. The ministry is conducting similar review meetings across all regions involving district sports officers, journalists and sports associations.
The review meeting is an eye-opener because it has been an outdated thing from 2007, and it has been quite challenging for us to implement activities within the district. As a policy holder, we're trying to align ourselves with the current developments that are happening in the sports in terms of changes in the development and the e-world, as you know. So it was quite challenging, but this policy review will help us to give in the information that will align ourselves with the international market.
I'm really delighted. I think it's the right time, and this policy is being changed at the right time. You know, the modern sports require modern innovations and also strategies, including infrastructure. So there is a need, of course, for a change. The 2007 policy, of course, it is good, but it has got some shortfalls that need to be changed to align with the current demands of modern sports.
Well, that item concludes this edition of MBC News. A reminder of our top stories before we leave. President Mutharika commends Old Mutual Malawi for its commitment to investing in key sectors including mining, road infrastructure and tourism. Admarc to roll out mass purchasing of farm produce from farmers across the country between April and May this year. Ministry of Youth, Sports and Culture warns individuals and contractors against constructing substandard sports infrastructure. You can get these and many more by scanning the QR code at the top right corner of your TV screen. You've been with me, Romeo Mali. Thanks for watching.